this video, we're going to go over percents. We're going to look at common fractions, decimals, and percents, and work on translating sentences to proportions to solve. There's a very straightforward way to translate sentences into proportions, and that's use this setup, is over of is percent over 100. We'll do that very soon. To start with, let's just look at a table of some common percents, decimals, and fractions. If you have 40% as a decimal, that's 0.4. As a fraction, that's 2 over 5. If you need to refresh how to convert percents to decimals and into fractions, you may want to pause on this page and just give yourself some practice. Very basically, 40%, you move the decimal over 2 places to the left and you'll get a decimal of 0.4. To convert a percent to a fraction, you take 40, put it over 100, and then reduce. You can also work from, say, a fraction back to a percent by changing that denominator to 100 and changing the numerator proportionally. So looking at our first example here, let's go with what is 25% of 80. Now, if you know that you can just go, well, 0.25 times 80, and that gives us an answer of 20, that's fine. Go for it. However, if you're not sure, this is a little confusing, break this sentence down into is over of is percent over 100. Okay, the is here, that's going to be the x. The percent is this 25%. The of is of 80. So writing this as a proportion, I'm going to go x over 80 equals 25 over 100. You don't have, you drop the percent when you write it over 100. Just for clarity, you write that as 100. Now we're going to cross multiply. We're going to go 100 times x. We're going to go 100x. Bring that equal sign straight down, and then we're going to go 80 times 25. Well, 80 times 25 is 2,000. So that's 100x. Let's clear this 100 out away from that x, and to do so we're going to divide both sides by 100. So 100x divided by 100 is simply x. And 2,000 divided by 100 is 20. So x equals 20. So we could, if we needed to write this as a sentence, we'd go 20 is 25% of 80. And moving along here. Second example, 15, again, let me go back to doing this in black. 15 is what percent of 75? So to use this proportion, you want to break this sentence down into what's my is, what's my of, what's my percent? Well, the percent's usually pretty easy. Well, in this case, it's the what. So that's my x. Well, 15 is the is, and the of is 75. So setting this up, we have 15 over 75 equals x over 100. Doing some cross multiplying here, we go 100 times 15, and that's going to equal 75x. Well, 100 times 15 is 1,500. We want to get this x by itself, so we're going to divide by 75. Taking this up to here, we're going to get x equals, well, 1,500 divided by 75 is 20. So we could make a sentence now. 15 is 20%, there's our answer, 20% of 75. So again, you can use other techniques for doing sentences to proportions to solving. This is just one that's going to work every time. Okay. 73 is 5% of what number? Okay, well, let's look for the is. 73 is my is. Of what? That's my x. Percent here is 5 over 100. So doing some cross multiplying here, 73 times 100 equals 5 times x. Well, 73 times 100 is 73 with 2 zeros after it. Now I want to isolate the x, so I'm going to divide by 5, both sides. And we're going to get x equals, well, 73 divided by 5 is 1,460. So there's our number, 1,460. We could say 73 is 5% of 1,460. We have time for one more. 20% of what number is 9? Okay, is 9, of is my x, 20%. Alright, so 9 over x equals 20 over 100. 100 times 9, we can do that in our heads, that's 900. Equals x times 20, or 20 times x. We don't really need that multiplying sign in there. Okay, 900 is 20x. To get x by itself, I'll do the opposite of the multiply here, which is division, so divide both sides by 20. 900 divided by 20 is, well, we can just work this through. 900, that's 90 over 2, because we can just drop our zeros. Well, I know 90 over 2 is 45. So I can say 45 equals x. And to make this a sentence, we can now say, if I have room, no, I don't quite have room there, but we can do it over here. I'll do it in red. We can say that 20% of 45 is 9. I hope you found this to be a helpful video on percents. Thanks for watching.